Yo, yo, it's JSF. Hope y'all doing well. So I was thinking about doing a tier list. Then I had a different idea, and I know this looks exactly like a tier list, but if you look closely, this tier list is a bit different. So instead of doing the traditional tier list, who's S tier, who's A tier, who's good, who's bad, I wanted to do like kind of a tier list based on who's the most overrated and underrated in Mortal Kombat 11. Thought it would be a little more interesting. And like you get to evaluate characters in a different way because I think some characters really like their strength never gets shown. Like you don't really get to see them play at high levels. And again, of course, I'm talking about at higher levels of play, right? Like they really don't get shown off. And yeah, some characters I think are hella slept on. Like I've made videos about a couple of characters. Like hey, this character slept on. This character is better than you think, or this character is not as good as you think. But I thought it'd be cool to do it for the whole cast. So I'm gonna try to explain most of my placements, but not make this take 45 minutes. I don't want to make the video that long, you know. But yeah. So I want to go like let's start with the tiers from top to bottom. We got most overrated, we got all cap, we got rated accurately, slept on, and most underrated, right? So, you know, all cap just means overrated. But most overrated means like the absolute most overrated characters in the game. And then most underrated, slept on means like, you know what they mean. Rated accurately means rated accurately. So we can start with some simple ones, right? Like Cetrion is rated accurately. Because we know Cetrion is either the best or top 2, top 3. Like, she's always said to be top 3, top 1. She's always said to be super duper duper good, right? Nobody ever says, Cetrion's not that good, right? Nobody ever says that, right? I could probably just go in order of how the characters laid out down here. Honestly, I think Baraka is rated accurately. Funny enough. Baraka's pretty bad. He's not terrible. Like, Baraka, he's got a decent fireball. He can do good damage if he hits you. He doesn't really have any good reliable way to open you up for those big damage combos though, so it's kind of just cap. It's kind of cap, but nobody ever really says Baraka's good, right? Nobody really says Baraka's good. So that kind of just leaves it there. Like we all think he's bad, and he's pretty bad. Cassie is an interesting case. I think I'm gonna put Cassie in slept on tier because Cassie's top tier, right? Cassie, Cassandra Cage has been top tier the entirety of this game. She still has a 9-frame, safe, hit confirmable mid string with a 10-frame high with mad range that has a KB that's great for whiff punishing. 11-frame mid that's safe stagger or safe confirmable. Like her down 4 is mad good. Her low gunshot's mad good. Like just because she's boring and she's a season 1 character, like she was like top tier in the first few months of the game. Everybody played her. Nobody really plays her much anymore, but she's still hella good. Like, Cassie never really got a significant nerf, ever. People just stopped playing her. But she never got, like, a huge nerf. Like, they nerfed her, like, up glow kick or whatever the fuck. But you shouldn't have been doing that shit on block anyway. Like, you don't need to do that. Her strings are safe. Like, gapless. Like, it didn't make any sense. But anyway, yeah, Cassie's a little bit slept on because people don't really talk about how good she is. People don't really, like, on their tier list, they might even, I've seen people put Cassie in, like, the second or lowest tier before. And I'm like, you guys just don't know anything. Like I've seen people put her that low on tier lists, and like just people don't really talk about where she's at. Devora's interesting, right? She's either rated accurately or all cap. I'm gonna probably go with all cap because I'm starting to see more people place Devora high in their tier list. I'm starting to see people say, "Oh, Devora's pretty good. Oh, Devora, look at Honeybee." Blah blah blah. No, Honeybee's good. Devora's terrible. And if you want to win with Devora, you have to severely outplay your opponent all the time. And hit them with some of the shit. Like, by hit them with some of the shit, that means you gotta hit them with some cap. You gotta hit them with some false offense. You know what I mean? You gotta hit them with some false offense. And when you gotta do stuff like that to win, or maybe it's not false, but it's like unsafe shit, and you might not get punished for it, type deals, right? So I think if you think, like most of the community is starting to think Devora is okay or Devora is good, and Devora is still really bad. She's a really bad character. You can do fake things like, so you see how Devora players do like block string into her like air grab or her anti-air grab to try to like have a safe special to confirm it to. But if I know you're gonna do that, I can just punish you for doing that. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Or go into like the bug drop. Like if I know what you're gonna do, it's not real. It's not gonna work. But if I don't know, then you can get it off and then you can catch me slipping. That's what I mean by like hit you with the shit. So she's kind of a cap character, so I gotta put her there. Aaron Black, Aaron Black is somehow, I'm gonna put him in slept on. Aaron Black is somehow slept on. He's top tier. He's always been top tier. He's mad good. He has some little wonky things about him, but so does everybody, right? Liu Kang has wonky things about him, and we'll get to him too. Yeah, Aaron Black is top tier. 11 frame mid string with overheads in it. Built in, mix up 50-50 with the slide. He also has a low gunshot, which will make the 50-50s even more real. Drop kick is still stupid. He can get good damage if you want to play that way. Yeah, he's got some shit. Acid Pour is stupid good, and it's a really good armor breaker. Like, if you're not playing Acid Pour and low gunshot, you're just not playing the character right, honestly. Like, if you want to play Scud Shot and all that shit, like, that's cute, bro. But if you're not playing Acid Pour and low gun, don't tell me how good Aaron Black is, because you don't know. Like, that's how I feel. So he slept on, and people say he's not that good or whatever. Frost is, I'm gonna put either all cap or most overrated. I'll put her in all cap for now. I'll put her in all cap for now, because people still do put Frost lower on the tier list half the time or most of the time. Most of the time they put her low-ish or in the middle of tier lists. So I don't want to say most overrated, but she's definitely overrated for sure. She's the worst character in the game. But some people, like Sonic Fox, said Frost might be broken, but then put Frost in like the bottom 5 of the tier list. So you know what I mean? Shit like that. The character's bad. You guys know how I feel about Frost. She's the worst character in the game. She literally she can't do anything the top tier characters can do. She can't. The only way Frost can get a strike throw mix off is if you just sit there patiently and respect everything she does, like I do because I'm stupid, or she already has landed a hit on you. She can't just walk up to you, dash up to you, and get offense going. She can't do it. Like, it's not, like, it doesn't happen. It's literally just block, and then it's over. Like, yeah, she has to commit to some unsafe shit. She has to do some cap shit, like dash up, grab, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to stagger back 1-2, which is not real at all. Like, you gotta try shit like that. Gearus, Gearus might have to go and slept on. Which is funny, right? Because we know, like, and when I'm doing this, I'm going based off what, like, the overwhelming community says. Like, the tier list you see on Twitter, what you see pro players say. Like, Gears is either... I'm scared to put him in rated accurately because people act like he's not super viable, super top tier anymore. And he still is. He's still super fucking good. Like, just because his 4-2, 1-2 string has a gap, so what? Use his other 11 frame mids. Like, use his 6 frame down one into something else. Like, you have so many options, but people who play Gears want to play so stupid Unga Bunga, down 3 sand trap, 1-1 sand trap. Like, they want to play like fucking morons. So they think the character's not that good because you can't play like a moron and get rewarded. The character's still mad good. Sand trap is still one of the best moves in the game, especially if you have the crushing blow on it. Like, it's one of the best armor breakers. It's one of the best moves in the game because it just shuts down neutral. Like, it just does. It's a low that you have to, like, respect. Like, he's fucked up. I'm talking too much about these characters, so I'm going to try to speed it up. Jackie's rated accurately. We know Jackie's top tier. No question there. No question about it. Absolutely no question about it. I'm going to put Jade in rated accurately, too, honestly. Because people are finally starting to see that Jade is top tier. Now, the reason I'm going to put her in accurately, because some people put her in the Cetrion tier, and she's not in the Cetrion tier. But other people put her in, like, the upper tier, the top tier, or, like, A tier, S tier. Like, you basically don't see anybody saying Jade is bad anymore, which is, like, my whole point. So, like, everybody knows Jade is good, Jade is viable, Jade is probably top tier, possibly S tier, some people say. I don't think she's S tier, but I think she's top tier. Most underrated, Jax. 1000% most underrated Jax. One of the most underrated characters in the entire game. One of the most underrated. Jax is top tier. Jax is very powerful. Is Jax super easy to play? No, not at all. Does he have super long range buttons? Nah, but he's got like 4-2. That's got some good range. I think he has that flying knee, which is like plus on block. I don't know how slow it is though. But yeah, he's got some shit. He's got 9 frame mid string safe confirmable. You know what I mean? He's got 4-2, which is 12 frame mid string safe. You know what I mean? Good strike throw mix with those. Jab string is solid. Not amazing, but it's solid. He's got his down 1 string, which is like, you know what I mean? That helps his throw game too. Not to mention he has a command grab, and Jax still is probably top 1 when it comes to crushing blows. Like, he has so fucking many. Like, and he's good. He's top tier. Like, literally, Jax has everything now. He can have a launcher now, so like the only thing Jax doesn't have is like a long range footsie button, but like He doesn't need it, bro. If you have good movement, you can get in. You have dash punch, like you have a fireball. Like if his fireball game is not good, but it's not supposed to be. If Jax's fireball game was good, he'd be Liu Kang. The only reason Jax is slept on. The only reason Jax is slept on is because Liu Kang is in the game, and Jax is basically just a worse version of Liu Kang. Not necessarily worse, but harder to use. Johnny Cage rated accurately. We all know Johnny Cage is top tier. Any questions? I don't think so. Cabal rated accurately. We all know Cabal is top tier. We know fucking Air Dash Cabal is brain dead. If y'all been watching me stream lately, I've been playing Cabal for fun and just literally jumping on people like 4 times in a row. Oh, it's so stupid, bro. It's so obnoxious. People can low profile it, which is crazy, but you know, it is what it is. Kano. I want to put Kano and slept on. But I don't know if he slept on anymore. After Rewind's performance, I think a lot of people are starting to know. I'll still put him in slept on though. Because Kano is viable. Kano, you can win a tournament playing Kano and only Kano. Like, don't let anybody fool you into thinking Kano's good, but no, Kano has everything you need in a character, bro. If you want combo damage, you can play the moves for that. Like, a lot of Kano players aren't playing Snakebite. They want to play the acid and the setups. You can play setup man Kano too, but your damage is gonna suffer for it. You know what I mean? You can't really zone the character. Sure, his jump angle is wonky, but he has air Kano ball. And you can also play Optic Blast if you want to do that. I still think playing Snakebite is the best way to play Kano. The other move you play after that is, you know, it varies. You know, he's got a 10 frame mid, and you can make it safe if you do it in the knife toss or do it in the acid, do it into something. You know what I mean? Like, he's got one of the best mid strings in the game with his 4-2-1-2. Yes, it still whiffs on a couple of characters, but I mean, you can just do the first hit in B+. So it's still not useless. You know what I mean? And he still has back one. He has his down force. His sweep is fucking stupid. I think it's a sweep. Yeah, Kano's good, man. He's got Kano Ball to punish a lot of things that some characters can't punish. You know, Kano's good. I'm gonna put him in slept on because I think he's better than people think he is. Even now, people don't think he's trash anymore, but I don't think people realize that Kano's super viable. Katana. I guess rated accurately. No, people tend to think Katana's bad or not that great, and I think Katana's like the epitome of like mid tier. Like, she's not viable enough to get it done on her own. She's not. But sometimes she seems better than what she is. Like, if you get hit by the shit. But that's the thing, it's the shit. So she's either rated accurately or all cap, because she's not slept on. I don't know which one. She's either rated accurately or all cap. I'll probably put it in rated accurately. I'll probably leave it there. Yeah, I think that fits. If I want to change it later, I'll change it later. Collector. Might be, I'll put it in most underrated, actually. I'll put Collector in most underrated. I could have put Collector and slept on, but I feel like Collector has been solid for a long time, and he's been now really good for a long time, especially with Custom. Well, Custom didn't help him too much, because I think his Variation 3 was the best way to play him anyway. I think he's super slept on. I think he's definitely viable. I think he's one of those characters where you have to play him, like, really grind him and play him, and you have to play him in the optimal way, and you'll see the true results. Like, some of the best Collector players were playing Spare Change, and it's like, fam, you're playing, like, that's not the best variation. Like, y'all want to play setups and set play, and that shit is cool, but that's not the best way to play the character, so you're not getting the maximum reward, right? So that's how I feel. I'll put him in most underrated. I might move him to slept on. Koto. I want to say rated accurately for Koto, because we know Koto's fucked up, right? Like, we know Koto's fucked up. I don't know if everybody knows Koto's fucked up, though. I don't know if everybody agrees that he's busted tier. So I might put him in slept on. I'll put him in rated accurately for now. We'll see. Kung Lao somehow is slept on. Somehow Kung Lao is slept on. Hear me out on this. Somehow Kung Lao's top tier. Kung Lao's really, really good. Some people know he's really good, and people will play him a lot. A lot of people will play Kung Lao, but a lot of people complain and say, oh, nah, buff Kung Lao, or he's just not good enough to get it done against the top tiers. Fam, yes, he is. Like, Kung Lao is top tier. He has everything. He has good staggers. He has good mids. He has probably the best jab string in the game, honestly. Like his 1-2 string is fucking silly. You literally can't make it unsafe on block. The third hit won't come out unless it hits. It hit confirms for you. Like that's one of the best auto shipping game strings in the game. If you're playing like spiritual guidance or something, you get meterless combos off of it too. I don't think many Kung Lao players play that move for whatever reason, but you know, I'm just saying. He's got Kung Lao, man. We know he's good, but people still like sleep on him. People still say he's bad, he's not good enough, and I don't know why. Liu Kang, rated accurately. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I don't think we need to explain that one. Nightwolf. Nightwolf's interesting. Nightwolf is interesting, bro. This one's interesting. I guess I want to put him. I don't know. People don't really talk about Nightwolf like that. People don't really talk about him like that. And I mean, Nightwolf's good. He's solid. But I don't want to say he isn't top tier. Because he's viable. I'll say he's viable, but he isn't top tier. And I don't think people say he's bad. But I don't think, like, people aren't saying buff Nightwolf. But they're also not saying nerf Nightwolf. So maybe he just rated accurately. He's kind of just chilling. Noob Saibot is I'm gonna have to put slept on for Noob Saibot because Noob Saibot's top tier. Noob Saibot's top tier. He has everything you want in the character. He has a 9-frame mid. It has shitty range, but you can do back one slide or something, and they gotta hold that shit. And he has down 4. Down 4 is everything. Down 4 is his all-purpose button. Down 4 is I think 9 frames, maybe 8 frames, and that jails in the 4-2, and 4-2 is his best string. That's all that matters. You can't jump on him. He has 18 anti-airs. You can't jump on him. Down 4 will hit you from fucking round start, basically. And jail into 4-2. Like, he's got 2-1-2 to fucking shimmy you. And on hit, like, you can just, like, you don't even have to just confirm it to a special move. You can just do 2-1-2. Or you can do 2-1-2 into something. And if it hits, dash up to get a combo. You know what I mean? If it's blocked, do nothing. Or if it's blocked, go into a special, like... There's a lot of shit off that. His jab string, ending, being able to end it in overhead, it's a ghetto mix-up, but it's something. You know what I mean? Yeah, Noob's really, really good, but you don't really see people put him in that top tier. You don't really see that many people play him at a high level. Every now and then you'll see somebody pick Noob Saibot for like a game, but that's about it. So yeah, I think he slept on. Raiden. How does the community feel about Raiden? I probably should have did this on stream. That would have been cool. So I can get some input. But, Raiden. Raiden's really good. He has a couple of issues. I don't think anybody says Raiden's bad anymore, though. I think we know he's good. So I'll put him in rated accurately. I'm going to put... Scorpion is interesting. I'm going to put him in slept on. I'm going to put Scorpion in slept on. Because I think Averk is the only person playing Scorpion really well. And not only that Averk is the only person playing Scorpion well, I think the way Averk plays Scorpion is not the only way to play Scorpion. I think there's a whole way to play Scorpion that nobody's playing him. And he's a weird choice here because I don't mean that he's like secret top tier or something. I just mean that he has a hidden potential that some people haven't, that nobody's really seen yet. Because like you haven't seen somebody come out and play Scorpion in like a super heavy footsies like style of play, right? Or like until I see somebody play Scorpion with the fireball, I'm not seeing that much neutral. I'm seeing a lot of teleports into shit, and I'm not seeing like a lot of neutral with Scorpion. I think if you play Scorpion, if you can play him neutral based and play him teleport based, I think you become a lot scarier. I don't know if he's like, I won't say he's top tier. He's definitely got his issues, but he's probably viable on his own if you can master him in all different ways. And I don't think anybody has yet. So I'm going to put him there. Shang, rated accurately. Everybody pretty much says Shang is really good, top tier. I don't think anybody's downplaying Shang. Yeah. Most underrated, Shao Kahn. And damn, is anybody overrated in this game? We'll get to the overrated characters eventually. Well, I just realized I don't have anybody in most overrated. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll put Shao Kahn in most underrated only because everybody assumes he's the worst character in the game and he's not. Shao Kahn is literally one buff away from being undeniably viable. Like if you buff Shao Kahn's down 4 to and his down 4 and forward 2, if you make his down 4 able to jail into his forward 2, like that changes the character entirely. Like make his forward 2 like 19 frames, make his down 4 like plus 22, and he's suddenly a new character. Because now he has a 10 frame low, and if you get hit by that 10 frame low, you have to hold his, you know what I mean, his best string. Like it doesn't have a gap. Forward 2 will literally fucking stagger it because it's like -2 or something on block, right? Like it would, like he literally needs that one change, and he's really, really good. So that being the case, like there is no one change you can make to Frost to suddenly make survival. It doesn't exist. Like unless you just break the character. But that goes for anybody, right? So yeah. Shao Kahn's super underrated. He's solid. You can argue that he's viable now. I think he's good, he's solid. I think one change and then he's undeniably viable. Undeniably. Like that's how I feel. Scarlet, I made a whole video about Scarlet. Go watch the video if you haven't seen it. I gotta put her in most underrated. Scarlet, man. She's mad good. Her jab string's mad good. Down one's mad good. Her gaps she can cover. If you try to flawless block her for those gaps, you might get punished for it. With the parry stops you from playing footsies with her too. No, she doesn't have a fast mid string, but her down one is like plus what 15 or some shit. Like it'll jail into what she needs to jail it into, and she's a zoning character anyway, so she doesn't need to have the best buttons up close. And she does have a teleport. It's not as busted as Cetrion's, but she has it, right? It's in her arsenal. She wants to use that. She can get good damage if you play the moves for that. So you know the vibes. Sonya, I gotta put Sonya in most underrated. Because we all thought Sonya was trash, and some people still don't believe that she's good. She's definitely good. She's definitely viable. She does have her issues for sure, but she's definitely viable. You can definitely make it work with her. Like we've seen it work. And not even just that, like it working in a tournament invitational one time. I mean, you can play Sonya online and do well with her but like some of these characters, you have to be a specialist. Like you got to learn the matchup, every matchup with the character, and you'll be straight. But if you just want easy mode wins with Sonya, it's not going to happen. You got to work. Sub-Zero. I'm honestly gonna put, see this is tough because I want to put Sub-Zero in all cap. I want to put Sub-Zero in all cap, honestly, but he's really a bullshit character. he's really a bullshit character. Like he really can 50-50 you, obviously. But I will put him in all cap because I think he has to live and die by the sword to a certain degree. Like he kind of has to live and die by that. Sure, you can do forward 2 creeping ice, but like you're gonna need to like eventually take the risk with Sub-Zero, or you won't keep winning consistently. Like sure, in the first to 2 you can beat people, yeah, but in a setting where you're playing longer form, even 3 out of 5, honestly, like eventually you're gonna be getting outplayed because they're gonna start reading you as a human being and what you like to do. Like I played a Sub-Zero player last night and I blocked every single forward 2, every single slide, every single one. Just because he was that predictable, right? So, Sub-Zero he's good. Yeah, the 50-50 is not reactable. But, I mean, the people that play this game and the game itself is just so flowchart that it gets to a certain point where, like, you can read it. You know what's coming up. You know what's next. Most underrated Terminator. Oh, shit. Terminator's most underrated. This character's S+ tier. He's whatever the fuck tier Cetrion is. I don't want to hear it. Play Dab. His character's fucked up. Sindel also most underrated. Sindel's super underrated. And for Terminator, I mean, what do you want me to say? He has Running Man. He has an 11 frame fucking mid command grab that can hit you from like round start range. You know, he can get good damage if he wants to with like an air grab and all that shit. He can play a teleport that's plus. Like, what do you want me to say? Sindel's top tier, and nobody believes it, I guess. Sindel's super good. She's really, really good. You can play her with the hair flip and the low fireball. You can do all the bullshit mix-ups you want to do, which is super annoying because hair flip you can't really react to. So, you know, she can do that shit from full screen. It's punishable, but you got to be wary of it, you know? She's got hella good range, an overhead starter and a low starter, and the overhead starter can be safe. If you spend defensive meter, you can make the overhead starter safe. The low starter is relatively safe. It depends on the matchup and what the opponent has, but it's not easy to punish, right? it pushes her back mad far. So it's, you know what I mean? So she's got a good low starter, a good overhead starter. Like, she's got a lot of shit. Her jab string is solid. Yeah, she's a chill character. Forward 4, y'all know the vibes. Her little air fireball shit is annoying too. You know, I don't understand why people don't see that Sindel's top tier. She's hella good. Sindel's really good. I guess people don't know for some reason. I don't understand. Most overrated character in the game. Most overrated character in the game, free. We can argue on my stream. Catch me on Twitch. I should be live after I put this video out. Most overrated character in the game. Now, am I saying Joker's not good? No. Am I saying Joker's not top tier? No, I'm not saying that. Joker's a top tier character. But if we're going to act like Joker is Liu Kang tier, Jackie tier, Cetrion tier, you're smoking dick, bro. He's not that good. He's not Jackie stupid. He's not Cetrion stupid. Like, the only thing Joker has that like I've said this before, the only thing about him that I think is really dumb and really, really good is his Fatal Blow cancel. That shit's amazing. It's super good. But I mean, if you know what they're going to do, like, you can poke out of some of the shit, right? Like, it's not like everything on it is guaranteed. Like, it's him giving himself a second chance at life. Now, if you get hit, hey, you got hit. His Fatal Blow does a shit ton of damage too. And like, he's really good. He's top tier. He's very viable. You can play Joker and only Joker and get as far as you need to get. Like, that's not in question. He has some annoying ass matchups though. He has some matchups he loses though. So you know what I mean? And I know you're gonna say, oh, every character loses matchups. Cetrion doesn't lose any matchups. So like, when you tell me Joker's as good as Cetrion, and then tell me Joker has like 4 or 5 losing matchups, and Cetrion has 0 losing matchups, I'm like, how are they the same? Joker doesn't have a teleport. Joker don't got a flying kick, a fucking shadow kick, a dash. Joker like is literally, you have to play solid. Like, he's solid, neutral footsies, you know, outspacing your opponent, sometimes outzoning, sometimes rushing down. Like, he's not these brain dead ass characters, bro. I'm only gonna put Spawn in most overrated because Sonic Fox said Spawn is S tier and that shit is cap. That's the only reason I'm putting Spawn up here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I would put Spawn in all cap. I would put Spawn in all cap tier, but I'm gonna put him in most overrated just to spite Sonic Fox because this character's not S tier. This character's not viable. If anybody thinks Spawn is viable, feel free to pick Spawn. Play only Spawn, and let's see how well you do. Let's see you do well online. Let's see you do well on long sets with good players. Let's see you do well in tournament. And then I want to see you break down to me how the character is good. Go into training mode and break down what tools the character has that makes him top tier. And until somebody does that, I don't want to hear it. Fujin. Most overrated. I have to put him in most overrated. Even though I made the all cap category for Fujin. He was the character I was thinking of when I made the all cap category, so he should be in all cap. But I want to put him in most overrated because I think he's the most overrated. People say Fujin is Cetrion tier, and while Fujin's a good character, I hate even saying that. Fujin's a good character. He's not as stupid as characters like Cetrion. He has stupid shit like Skywalker's stupid, but like, if you play the right way or play the right matchups, he like can't just run on you. That's like, I'll play RoboCop against Fujin a lot because he can't just do that shit. He can't. You can't just mindlessly try to wave dash. You'll get smoked. You can't Skywalker. You'll get smoked. Like, you know what I mean? I got flamethrower. I got rocket that can hit you out the sky. Like, you have to really watch for what I do. And then when you get in, I still have buttons to contest yours. So like, you got to be really on your A game with that character. It's just certain matchups and shit. He's obnoxious. He's annoying. He's fast. If you don't know how to fight him, I understand. I hate fighting him, but I don't think that makes him Cetrion tier. Like, I just don't. I don't. You know, you can get the job done, but I feel like it's all smoke and mirrors. I feel like it's all smoke and mirrors with Fujin. You're just doing shit and your opponent doesn't know what you're doing. It's like the Devorah shit. You put a bunch of shit on the screen, they don't know what's going on, and they get hit. Like, that doesn't mean your character's good. That means your opponent doesn't know what's going on. Like, if people all knew how to fight Fujin, I think we would all stop saying he's top 5. Shiva, rated accurately. That goddamn stomp, we know she broke. We know she's broken. Nothing else to say. RoboCop, I'll put it slept on. I was going to put most underrated, but I'll put him in slept on because I don't think RoboCop's top tier, but I think he's viable. I think RoboCop is solid. I think he's good. He's solid. He's viable. He can 50-50 you to death if he hits you. He can keep the 50-50 relatively safe. You know what I mean? For the most part, like, you can make it unsafe, but you can for the most part, keep it safe. You know what I mean? His zoning is really good, obviously, to keep away. But I always say he's a pressure character because he just like pings you until you make mistakes, right? That's what like Liu Kang does up close. Like you back one, grab, back one, finish the string. Like, you know what I mean? 4-4 into nothing, 4-4 into low fireball. Like he pressures you until you want to do something, and when your choice is the wrong choice, you get hit. RoboCop does the same thing. He just does it with bullets. Like he's gonna ping, low gunshot you, and then he's gonna shoot a straight rocket when you try to jump. You know what I mean? Like that's what he does. I think he's very slept on. I think he's really good. I've always said that he's good. People just say worst character, him and Shao Kahn and worst characters in the game. And I'm like, all right, bro. None of you guys play the character. None of you guys play the character but me. But okay. Rain. Rain's interesting. I guess I gotta put him in slept on because Rain is one change away from being top tier. All they need to do is fix back two and he's top tier. If they buff the range on Rain's back two forward and downward, he's top tier. Like if that move consistently does what it's supposed to do, like actually hits people when they're right in front of him. Like if jump two into back two works, you know what I mean? If you do a low poke and I block it and do back two and you get hit, like he instantly becomes top tier. That's literally the only thing holding him back. And nobody sees him as like that good. But that's literally the only issue. There are other things you can buff, but it wouldn't, like that's the one change he needs. So Rain's not bad. I'll never say Rain is bad when he's so close to being top tier. Because on paper, he's top tier. Like if you just look at the frame data, he's top tier. But since this game doesn't work that way, you know, it is what it is. Mileena, rated accurately. Nobody says Melina's that good. Nobody says Melina's that good. And she's not that good. She's cool. She's not trash. Mileena, I'm not gonna put her in slept on. The Mileena fans would kill me for that. I don't think she's that bad though. She's not like the worst character in the game, but they never say that either. Some people put her in the bottom tier. I think if you really grind Mileena, she's gonna have her issues, but I don't think she's trash. I don't know. I'm gonna put her rated accurately for now. And Rambo. I'm gonna put him in slept on. I'm gonna put Rambo in slept on because y'all know me. I play some Rambo, and he is a premier zoner. Premier zoner. We'll just put Chronic at the top of the list because it'd be like that. So yeah, man, that's my tier list. In the sense of it looks like we got way more underrated characters than overrated characters, which I think is kind of good, right? There aren't that many overrated characters, and Sub-Zero is debatable. Fujin, you can say it's debatable. Frost is definitely overrated. I'd say Devora is overrated. Joker's definitely overrated. Spawn's definitely overrated. Because nobody says Spawn is bad. Like, if you say Spawn is low tier, people will call you stupid. People will start insulting you, like, as a human being if you say Spawn is low tier, when it's the truth. So, I gotta put him up there. I know it looks like I put all my characters as overrated. But I always say the Joker's top tier all the time. I play RoboCop, and I got him in slept on. I play Rambo. Play Rain. So, you know, I don't want it to look like I got fucking Cabal I've been playing. It rated accurately though. So a lot of the characters, you know, like we got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 characters accurate, and then 23 that are not accurately rated. I don't know if that's good or bad, man. But yeah, that's my tier list on who's overrated, who's underrated, who's right on point. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? I would love to hear from y'all in the comments. I would love to read some comments about this one. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all enjoyed the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already. Catch me on Twitch. Like the video. I can't wait for a new game to get announced. Anyway, y'all stay safe. I'm out.